after their massacre of the Jacksonville Jaguars this week, Toss, I think it's fair to say that the Detroit Lions are, well, actually, I don't know if it's fair to say that they're the best team in the NFL because them versus Buffalo, who knows? But as far as the NFC goes, I think there's no question that they're the best team in the NFC.
Yeah,
But the way that they have basically been trampling opponents left and right, the question is who the heck is stopping the Lions? Who is getting in the
yeah,
way of this team right now?
yeah. Probably just the injury bug at this point. I mean, Jared Goff is
Right?
playing the best football of his life, man. I think I was reading that he has 9 touchdowns and 8 incompletions in the last 3 games. Like that is insane.
That's insane.
Granted, he did have like almost like what 4 or 5 interceptions against the Texans, so they weren't counted as incompletions. He just completed to the other team, but still, that's an insane stat. So eight incompletions, 9 touchdowns in the last 3 games, which is insane. And the running backs, man,
Absolutely
like
insane.
Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, they're just doing work. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's been awesome this year. We
Mhm.
talked about in the beginning of the year. We talked about in our preview show about him being really good, about watching him even on the receiver dock and be like, dude, this guy's gonna have a monster year. He just puts in so much work, and he's having a great year. And then Laporta's kind of taking a step back, but Jamison Williams, like after his suspension, he's back. He's making plays, and then their defense hasn't lost a step after losing Aiden Hutchinson, basically a DPOY
Which
candidate for the
everyone
year.
thought was going to happen. Everyone thought when he
Yeah,
went down, it's like, oh, that's the season. Like he was
yeah,
the heartbeat of the team. Like it's all over.
yeah.
No,
They did
no,
lose
man.
and Anzalone for about 6 to 8 weeks with
Yep,
an injury this
yep.
week. So we'll see. That's another big loss. Like a
Hmm.
linebacker. They're losing like a guy that's all over the field, like making plays. But their offense is playing so well. It's going to be hard to stop them.
When you are a super physical team like the Detroit Lions and you're a Dan Campbell led team,
Yeah,
those things are bound to happen because he
yeah.
doesn't coach, like I don't know what the word is, soft football. He is
He's not
very
soft.
much punch you in the face football, right?
Yeah,
And so when those
no
things happen,
jello
you're
football.
you're gonna get hurt in one way, shape, or another.
Yeah,
Either the person you're hitting is gonna get hurt, or you're gonna get hurt
yeah,
as a defense. And so, um, it's kind of par for the course. It's what comes with the territory when you play for a team like the Detroit Lions when you're led by a coach like Dan Campbell. But I mean, the proof is in the pudding, man. They are 9-1. They are obviously first in the NFC North. They're the first in the NFC, and if
yeah,
things keep going this way, man, I don't see
yeah.
anyone stopping them. I
Yeah,
really don't.
Cardinals, anybody in the NFC West.
No.
The only team, if they can get their crap together, is maybe the Niners. If they can get their crap together, that's the only team on the NFC West side. In
We'll
the
see.
NFC East,
They play
the
each other this.
Eagles, yeah, they're gonna play at home. So we'll see if the Niners can turn it around and play them well. But NFC East, the only team in the NFC East, Philly, potentially. Um, in their own division, I don't see the Green Bay or
No.
Minnesota doing much. And the NFC South, I mean, it's like a joke. Like who's like Atlanta? Like they just got crushed. They're
Yeah.
not good. Um, they're going to be the division winner probably, and they're terrible. So
Yeah.
they're not going to be. They're not in. So like really, I can see basically if the Niners get their crap right, maybe them, Eagles potentially, or
Well,
Minnesota maybe if
yeah,
they
let's look at
kind
the
of find that
schedule.
early magic that they had.
They're going to Indianapolis next week,
Yeah,
crushing
that's
them.
a win. Yeah,
They're Chicago at home.
that's
That's
a
a
win.
win.
Yeah,
Green Bay at home. That's most
that's a
likely
win.
a win.
That's a win. Yeah.
Buffalo at home, I think, is the interesting thing.
Oh,
They've got
there
a
we go.
3-game stretch at home.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving against Chicago, December 5th, another Thursday night game. So they don't get a short week there. They get a Thursday
yeah,
night game against Green Bay, and then
yeah.
they get a week and a half to prepare for Buffalo. All 3 games in Dallas. I'm
Or
sorry,
in
in
Detroit.
Detroit, excuse me. All
Yeah,
3 games in Detroit.
yeah.
And that's interesting. So we'll see what
No
happens
metal
with that
roof
Buffalo
pieces
game.
falling.
Right. And that's
We're
they've
in
got
Detroit, not Dallas.
at Chicago after that, at
Yeah,
the Niners after that, and then
yeah,
they end the season at home against Minnesota. We'll see,
Yeah,
man. That is a tough stretch at the
yeah,
end, right?
yeah.
But
They're gonna
dude,
have a tough.
if they can, if I don't know, I'm excited. Now, granted, the teams that I mean, the teams that they have walloped have all been bad teams.
Yeah,
It's been, the Jaguars, and it's been the Cowboys and the
yeah.
Titans
They haven't
and that
played
kind of stuff.
anybody really
The
that great.
Seahawks, they haven't really
Yeah.
played anyone that's like
No, they
been
haven't. They
no, and the
haven't
teams
done.
that they have played that are decent to good, which is like Minnesota, Green Bay,
Green
Houston,
Bay.
they're winning
Yeah,
those games 31-29, 26-23,
yeah. Close
24-14.
games. They should
They're
have
not
lost
the
the Texans game.
52 that's not the 52-6 or the 52-14 or the 47-9,
Yeah,
whatever. But the fact that they have
shellacking.
4 games that they have scored over 40 points this season,
Yeah, they're
that
clicking.
is impressive.
Honestly, so who do they play this week?
They're playing the Colts. They're playing the Colts
The
this week
Colts. Yeah, yeah. They're gonna probably do
at
the same thing to the
Indianapolis.
Colts.
Yeah,
They're gonna put up some points against the
it's
Colts.
not like weather's
And
going to be a problem. That's
I
fine.
think I think the Bears play them tough. So they're playing the Bears following them, and then I want to say the Packers, right? So I think after this game, I think there's gonna be some tight games. We'll see. We'll see if they're like they keep it rolling like they have been.
Yeah,
But I do see they have a tough stretch coming up, and then with the Bills, and then the Niners, and then they get the Vikings at the end. So we'll see if they can keep this up and play it up through the end of the year. But like right now, they're cruising. If the season ended today, they would definitely win the Super Bowl. But I think
oh, there's no
they're gonna
question.
go through this gauntlet here at the end of the season. We'll see. We'll see how things turn out and
We'll
shake
see how
out.
they
Like,
turn out.
yeah,
We're getting into that very important mid-November, December football, man. This is
yeah.
the part where like
This
the
is the
teams
time.
that this is the time where like if you are going to matter in the playoffs, this is when you start showing up. Is
Yeah,
is is now ish. Thanksgiving really is like where you start, but like getting to Thanksgiving as well.
yeah. And the refs be better, man. You can't miss penalties in December and November, bro. Come on.